南無阿弥陀仏。
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 南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。
南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南無阿弥陀仏。南 奇妙無量寿如来ナモ不可思議故法蔵菩薩院に寺在世自在用仏所刀剣勝仏浄土院国土人伝自然幕建立無常種障眼長発経由大偶勢五行死有意識小寿十世妙正門実法不法無量無変更無下無体公園の少女寛義知恵公不乱難事無所公超日学校精進世一切群上無交渉本願名号少女語死死信行願に上等学初代礼拝必死滅道願成就如来所以公修世唯説弥陀本願会五辱悪事群上会往生如来如実語の発一年期愛心不断門の徳涅槃凡上逆法再永入妙種死入海一味摂取信仰上昇後意の水波無明暗頓内心臓死運無上不真実信心天非量に幸福無無しげ妙無安逆心見兄弟狂気即応超絶語悪臭一切全幕本部人 門心如来偶勢願仏言古代証下者善人名踏んだりけみだ仏本願念仏邪見教満なく修正信行十字人に南中市南昔陰の祭天子論下中華自治域史こそ現代諸公正書位妙如来本税要記釈迦如来両合戦一種五妙難天竺龍樹大自主とせ質の財派無権先絶大乗無情報召喚議事小安楽賢治難行六六信行異行指導楽億年弥陀仏本願自念即時入筆上唯の上昇如来語お法大偶勢よ天神菩薩造論説奇妙無下公如来永衆たら見真実公選の頂戴誓願こういう本願力へこ色群上昇一心記入功徳大崩壊筆逆入大へ収集国試練下造世界即昇進如法精進遺言の輪現人図入生寺音寺音へ本師論乱両天使上皇乱消防殺来三蔵ルシ十条教凡上宣行気楽法天神菩薩論中下報道因果見性が方言猫ゆたり少女心唯心人枠前文部新人法承知承知即涅槃 必死無量光明道小衆生回復系同社結晶道難所唯明浄土活入万全自力変合衆円満特語感染症三不三神慶音語増末放滅良品一生増悪地偶税思案如来称名化全能読名部所意公愛上三よ逆悪光明妙語見因縁海に本願第一会行者小樹今後心教期一年総合よい大と逆三人即所法所四条楽原神公開一大経由変気安女観一切先祖死有心反戦人法華二道小弁理由極自悪人唯小仏が薬剤費摂取治癒煩悩証言水不見大無見上世が本資源空 仏偈蓮民全幕凡部人新宗教書国編集戦弱本願愚悪性現来生じ輪伝芸ケチ義上一生死即入弱上無意楽一心人いのにう愚教大事修士と上際無変極上悪同族自習愚道心有意化心しこそ説ナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナミダ成仏のこの方は今に自己をへたまえり方針の降臨際もなくせのもう行を照らすなりナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナ りなし不良の所相ことごとくこ受けゆかむらあぬものはなし真実妙に奇妙せよ。ナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナ下脱の降臨きわもなしこうそくかむるものはみな有無を離ると述べたも平等深くに奇妙せよ。ナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナ古墳無下女国一切の上に触りなしこうたくかむらぬものぞなきなんじぎよ奇妙せよ。ナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナ ナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナ少女公明並びなしぐしこのゆえなれば一切のごけものこりぬひきょうえよ奇妙せよナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナモアミダブナぶこせうえう最大一公園の部と名付けたり三途の国湾開くなり大四具を奇妙せよがんにしくのく平等聖祭のほつぼ大心おうじょうあんなこナモアミダ仏
ナモアミダ仏
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 ナモアミダ仏ナマンダナマンダナマンダナマンダナマンダナマンダ
上人一流のご関係の趣は信心のもって本とせられ候そのゆえはもろもろの造業を投げ捨てて一心に皆に奇妙すれば不可思議の眼力として仏の方より往生は事情をせしめたも その位を一年発起入賞上始終とも釈し、その上の称名念仏他如来我が往生を定めたまいし、ご恩法人の念仏と心べきなり、アナカシコアナカシコ。ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏。
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are joining us here at this TSDBT YouTube service, I welcome you and I'm deeply grateful that you're here to hear the teachings of the Buddha Dharma. Thank you for joining us earlier for Shoshin and for Shonin Ichiryu Gobunsho done by Reverend Amida. So today I'm going to read something short and then we're going to talk about it. So if you could please join me in Gasho. From a collection of passages revealing the true teaching of the Pure Land Way, compiled by Gotoku Shinran, disciple of Shakyamuni. Reverently contemplating the true essence of the Pure Land Way, I see Amida's directing of virtue to sentient beings has two aspects. The aspect for our going forth to the Pure Land, and the aspect for our return to this world. In the aspect for going forth, there is a true teaching, practice, shinjin, and realization. To reveal the true teachings, it is the larger sutra of the Buddha of immeasurable life. The central purport of this sutra is that Amida, by establishing the incomparable vows, has opened wide the Dharma storehouse, and full of compassion for small, foolish beings, selects and bestows the treasure of virtues. The sutra further reveals that Shakyamuni appeared in this world and expounded the teachings of the way to enlightenment, seeking to save the multitudes of living beings by blessing them with the benefit that is true and real. Thus, to teach the Tathagata's primal vow is the true intent of this sutra. The name of the Buddha is its essence. Namo Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Buddha. Namanda Buddha. Namanda Buddha. Namanda Buddha. Namanda Buddha. Namanda Buddha. So, what I just read is the first two sections of the chapter on the teachings from the Kyogo Shinsho. So this is the very beginning of Shinran's main work, the Kyogo Shinsho. And in there, Shinran makes a blunt blanket statement which applies to our understandings of Buddhism and where we reside within the world. Shinran states, in no uncertain terms, to reveal the true teachings, this is the larger sutra of the Buddha of immeasurable life. The central purport, the central purpose of the sutra is that Amida, by establishing the incomparable vows, has opened wide the Dharma storehouse and full of compassion for small, foolish beings. That is us. The reason I decided to talk about that this week is I, after 5 months of working my other job to help pay me through college and everything else, have come to certain points in my life where I have woken up in the middle of the night very concerned about the existence of the world and where I sit within it. And for those brief moments when you're just waking up and you have that bit of a freak out where you wake up and you're like, I don't know what the world's for and why I'm alive or anything else, I have to sit back and contemplate. And at 3 a.m. in a dark room with the breathing of your spouse next to you, there's nothing quite like that level of freak out. So it happens to literally everyone. And as a Jodo Shinshu minister, I am most culpable of this because deep down, my ego says that I may know something. but the truth is, I am this small, foolish being. So I had to sit back and think about that this week and where I sit within existence and whether or not I even matter in existence and what the point of existence is. And in my contemplation and thought on this, I remember a key word which Shinran uses a lot within his understanding of the teachings and our position in relationship with the teachings, and that is jinen. Jinen, simply translated, can mean suchness. That which is without form but exists because. So suchness becomes a very abstract concept in that the Buddha, Amida-sama, is suchness. And suchness is Amida. And our end goal, the reason we're on this Jodo Shinshu path, the reason Buddhists have been studying since the beginning of time, that Dharma has applied to us all, is our relationship with suchness. But for me, for a Jodo Shinshu practitioner, for someone that lives here in this world, lives in time of pandemic, but also lives in time of non-pandemic, before the pandemic, this still dealt with me. After, this will still deal with me. I am a foolish being, and I cannot access this concept of suchness here now through myself. I am way too limited. So when we, as Jodo Shinshu Buddhists, and especially myself, when I think of suchness, I have to think of one key factor. When I think of Jien, this is not my calculation. This is not my action and not my doing. But rather, this is the calculation, the action, and the compassion of Amida Buddha. Amida, who is one with suchness, and suchness is one with Amida. And that is my desire, is to become part of this. And in becoming part of this, I no longer is part of this equation. It's not about me, but it's about the incorporation of all of this. And so we often use the word stream entering. So right now, I am aware that there is a stream. I may even think that I've dipped my toe in it. But to become suchness, to become part of this jinen concept, to become part of the truth and reality of existence, I no longer dip my toe in it. I lay down in it, and I let it completely and utterly engulf me. So as human beings, we have to take a step back and actually realize that me, I, Caitlin, Reverend Master Mace, whatever I'm called on that day, hey, you, the tall one, I am so limited that I have no application upon this jinen, but this jinen does work upon me because there's no separation between it and Amida. So to awaken my understanding that this even exists, that is Shinjin. That is me opening my eyes. And so that's to be said, when one awakens to Jinen, this is Shinjin, and to open one's eyes to Shinjin is to become aware, to actually see the dawn of the long night of ignorance. So I first open my eyes then to the fact that I am in the dark. And that is why we were given the Nembutsu. It's to open my eyes to help me realize that I am incapable of accessing this of my own ego. Because my ego stretches and reaches for that which I do not contain the ability to grasp. And this is what human life is, and this is what's important about it. So we often say, lucky is it to be born into human form. This comes from the three treasures. Why do we say lucky is it to be born into human form? Because that ego that reaches and grabs and wants to eat everything and wants to hold everything and wants to own everything, this is our animalistic nature. And so for humans, we have in equal balance the idea of animalistic nature and that which is not animalistic. And the realization that I have this ego and this greed, anger, and stupidity, these poisons eating at me, that realization allows us to then say, I cannot approach suchness on my own. I cannot achieve enlightenment in this body. It is not here and now, but rather it is for after, when I no longer have this animalistic attachment. And then the I in me no longer matters. It can't be my calculation. It can't be my work. I can't do it. But we are just so lucky because the Nembutsu is here for us. And our teacher, Shinran Shonin, who is a disciple of Shakyamuni in the same way that I am, but is my direct teacher, even though he is long gone, he laid this out for us to help us because we need help. He needed help too. This is laid out not only for him and for those that came after, but also to recognize that which was taught to him by his teacher. And his teacher laid out stuff just like this that was taught by his teacher. So Shandao, Honin, Shinran. I probably won't be remembered in the same kappa-D. I know I won't, but that's okay. So I think the conclusion of where I'm going with this is it's okay to feel a little bit lost right now. It's okay to have that 3 a.m. freak out of what is existence and why am I here and why is everything not going the way that I think it should? Because we don't have the ability to do anything else. We can't touch and grasp Jinen, but we can become aware of it. And we can see it working on us and on others. We can see the immeasurable compassion and love from Amida Buddha working on and through us. And from that, we can open our eyes to the fact that not only are we in darkness, but all those around us are. And so that we can walk up to the stream and think about how cool it will feel on our hot feet in the middle of the summer. So please join me in Gassho. Reverently contemplating the true essence of the Pure Land Way, I see that Amida's directing of virtue to sentient beings has 2 aspects. The aspect of going forth to the Pure Land and the aspect of our return to this world. In the aspect of going forth, there is true teaching, practice, shinjin, and realization. To reveal the true teaching, it is the larger sutra of the Buddha of immeasurable life. The central purport of this sutra is that Amida, by establishing the incomparable vows, has opened wide the Dharma storehouse and full compassion for small, foolish beings, selects and bestows the treasure of this virtue. The sutra further reveals that Shakyamuni appeared in this world and expounded the teachings of the way to enlightenment, seeking to save multitudes of beings living by blessing them with the benefit that is true and real. Thus, to teach Tathagata's primal vow is the true intent of this sutra. The name of the Buddha is at its essence. So let's say that name together. Namo Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Buddha. Namanda Buddha. Namanda Buddha. Namanda Buddha. Namanda Buddha. Namanda Buddha.